Welcome to Times India TV. Today, India is celebrating 75th Independence Day. It's a special day. On the special day, on the special occasion, we have a very special guest, Professor Dr. Anuja Malik. She is a well-known content writer, international speaker, moderator, former deputy manager at Reliance Private Limited. Reliance Communications Private Limited, content head at IIU, events and planning, content head at Positive Thoughts, Consulting and Training Solutions, multiple global award winner, budding Toastmaster. Of course, there are so many to tell about, but I invite Our Excellency Professor Dr. Anuja Malik to explore herself because our audience want to know from her self-introduction. Over to you, Excellency.
Namaste, sir. Thank you so much for the great invitation. It's my privilege and honor to be here on this beautiful platform. Thank you to my lovely audience also. And I'm delighted and thrilled to learn precious nuggets of wisdom and life lessons. Namaste, Raja Rao, sir, and to my beautiful audience as well. I am Dr. Anuja Malik. I am a content writer, international speaker and moderator, certified communication coach. I basically belong to Lucknow, currently residing in New Delhi. I have worked with Reliance Communications Private Limited as deputy manager over there. I'm currently working as content head in IIU events and planning. Former content head at Positive Thoughts, Consulting and Training Solutions also. Already given the introduction, so I will move further. My area of interest is writing, and I have only this hobby. Yet it consumes all my free time. I enjoy reading and have always been a voracious reader. I believe that writing is the painting of the voice, and content is the reason where search began. So keep on adding values to the reader's life. Inspire people by being the reason people look forward to you. Make a difference to someone else's life by inspiring them. Also, let you smile. Change the world as you truly deserve to be happy and cherished. Thank you so much. That's all for my introduction. Now we can begin with the question and answer round.
It's a great introduction. Thank you so much, Excellency. Then, as we are moving ahead into the topic, today the topic is, as India is celebrating 75th Independence Day, nation is very happy at this special occasion. All the people are celebrating. So, 75 years journey, it's a big journey. In this journey, there are so many achievements, so many milestones, so many highlights to recall. We are recalling all these memories to inspire our people to go ahead. Still, because our journey is in the middle, we have to achieve so many yet. So, at the juncture, what, according to Professor Dr. Anuja Malik, what are the milestones set by India during this 75 years journey?
Okay, well, I think the milestones India has achieved in its journey of 75 years since independence. The software giant Google on this Friday unveiled a vibrant online project drawing from rich archives and featuring artistic illustrations to tell the story of the country. Named India Ki Udan, the project executed by Google Arts and Culture celebrates the country's achievements and is themed on the unwavering and undying spirit of India over these past 75 years. On the 75th Independence Day of India, people are celebrating Azadi Ka Mahotsav to acknowledge the development and growth of India post-independence. Democracy has ensured that virtually every region of India and every group is represented at the highest levels of office in India. Women leaders have been elected as Prime Minister, President and Speaker of the Indian Parliament, and Chief Ministers of several India's large states. We have come to a long way in 75 years after independence, from India's first computer to Green Revolution in India, White Revolution in India, first Indian to go to space, first Indian to win an Oscar, 1983 World Cup winners, Indian economics reforms 1991, new flights, new hopes, new stories where we all are together and where every moment we gather pace. Polo eradicated in India, Infosys, First private Indian company listed on NYSE. Then came Right to Education Act. First indigenous nuclear submarine launched. National Food Security Act passed. Mars Orbital Mission. India launches own GPS system. Launch of UPI in India. India's 100th unicorn. SE strikes down triple talaq. Chandrayaan 2, six-time world boxing champion, and so many more. But just to name few, six-time world boxing champions, goods and service tax, Section 377 verdict, first transgender mayor in India. So these all are changes which we can see. Made in India COVID vaccine, India's first Olympic gold in javelin throw, India's commits to net zero emissions. So we can just view these. There are lots, so many to, to come and to acknowledge and to know. And India also gets its first tribal president. So 75 years, 1.4 billion Indians, and countless dreams. So come, let us celebrate India's glorious life. Thank you.
Thank you, Excellency. It's really the series of events you described, really giving us so much of inspiration. Really, this is what we require, that fuel. It will ignite everyone's mind. Thank you so much, the way you forward things. And let us see the other side of the coin. Because, of course, we are 135 crore population. But the thing is, all are unable to celebrate with that much fervor, because there are people who are below poverty line, and millions of people under hunger, malnutrition. So many are suffering. Still, we have to achieve a lot. So there are some gray areas. There are some areas which have to be strengthened. So what I mean to say is, there are certain areas India is lagging behind. So according to Anuja Malik, what are the areas that India is lagging behind, and how can we cope up with such challenges?
Okay, well, if we focus and see the literacy, the poverty, the gender inequality, the corruption part, which are considered to be the biggest challenge and constraints for the growth of any nation. So called any nation, we can say. So to eradicate all these constraints for the growth of the nation, we must change the thought process of every citizen, I think. Even there must be some changes in the social norms too. There should be some changes. And our mission is to break the cycle of poverty, illiteracy, and low expectations through service and education. Progressively, we see the developing social protection systems to support those who cannot support themselves. A nation is alive only when it grows constantly, discarding its outdated traditions, habits, rituals, and assumptions. So we must eradicate ignorance first, ignorance and illiteracy from our nations and continent to the nearest minimum for us to have a nation and national development too. So thus accelerating the economic growth, agricultural growth, and eradicating, the least bothered sections of the society. Quality education, access to healthcare, economic security, re-challenge conflict, exposure, corrupt activities, public sector to be honest, transparent and accountable, shared household course and childcare equally, and many more. So I think this fulfills, your question on this.
Really, Excellency, really. The way you put forward both simultaneously, one side achievements and one side the gray areas which should be corrected. Yes, it is only possible the 100% development when we focus on our weak points. So you rightly said, certainly in sooner day, we'll talk about our nation as a developed nation, because so far still it is developing nation. Yes, all are expecting, every citizen of India proudly expecting that the moment they say proudly we are a developed nation, that moment comes. But anyway, my question is, when India can advance in all aspects, because we can see some Western countries, they are flourishing like anything. So people tend to move to US or any Europe country. That is what happening in the present scenario. But we are expecting the day India to be developed in all sectors and all areas. So at which point in future or by what time we can reach that mile? What is your opinion about that?
Okay. So we can say the government employees must implement all the policies and programs that have been planned in various sessions of the parliament in proper and effective manner. And there should be a boosting of the consumption demand, a boosting investment demand too at the same time. Share the resources and promote education, empowering women, reform the systems of food and aid distribution. Again, if we say our mission is to break the cycle of poverty, illiteracy, and low expectations through service and education, and progressively developing social protection systems to support those who cannot support themselves. So again, we can say the same line: a nation is alive only when it grows constantly, discarding its outdated traditions, habits, rituals, and assumptions. So we must, eradicate ignorance first, as I said earlier also, and illiteracy from our nations and continent to the nearest minimum for us to have a national development and a secure nation as well. I think it justifies your own answer as well.
Yes, yes, truly. And thank you for that. And one more question is,
Okay.
of course, you are doing a lot because your awards and achievements all will say that your contribution towards nation. But we want to hear from you that what is the contribution of Dr. Anuja Malik towards nation?
Okay. So if you ask my role, again, the same thing, eradication of all those things which I have already covered. And, every citizen is bound to defend his or her country and render national service when called upon to do so in times of emergency, to promote harmony and the spirit of common brotherhood among all the people of India. And one should, spread the awareness to all the underprivileged parts of the society and like helping the economy for the same and, heeding pay for the illiteracy, unemployment, corruptions from all the spheres of life, eradicating everything and, promoting a few things which I've already mentioned, I think.
That's so awesome. That's awesome. Final question
Okay.
is,
Okay. Last but
what is
not
the
the least,
message?
last but not the least, yes.
Yes. What is the message of Dr. Anuja Malik towards the nation from this platform on this special day as India is celebrating 75th Independence Day?
All right. Well, yes, youth plays a great role in nation building. The youth of the country determines the future of the nation. As Swami Vivekananda once said, my faith is in the younger generation, the modern generation, and out of them will come to my words. This quote describes the impact the youth can have on society by making innovations, inventions in the country, by taking initiative to teach the unlettered people, by making strong appeals as they are the youth, the firearms of the nation, as we say, who will convey the new change to lead another change, life for betterment and more, advancements. So to work harder to make our nation free and free from corruption and terrorism, even the smallest of our effort counts so much to keep doing the little goods, every day, and free to make our choices, free to live life at your own terms. But don't forget it, like your duties and responsibilities, which is as indispensable and important for anybody, for me or you or anybody as a citizen of this country. So, taking the opportunity to promise our motherland, to do everything for her prosperity, growth, and honor on this important day. So, I think it fulfills all the criteria and, my message towards the youth also.
Yes. Really. All your answers are very crispy, but they drive to the point.
Yes,
Striking
I
answer.
think it
All are
should be a
striking
short
answers.
interview as well.
Yes, really. All are striking answers. Really.
Even I have few lines for you also. I have written few lines for you also as well. So definitely you are a source of inspiration for millions, starting with me and the rest. Big congratulations for your thunderous success, which we always see. You are leading, the globe, believing in quality and delivered assured also. So this evening, thank you so much for the invitation, and it has been very insightful, with great learning experience, and this is very memorable evening one indeed, I think. Salute to your, kind words and such a great laurel you are. So thank you so much once again, and happy Independence Day to you and to everybody, to my audience and everyone. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Anuja ji, actually, I know that it is a special day. You are a special guest. So certainly the program is going to be special. And but you made me, I am also a special. Thank you so much. Because in every program I say vote of thanks. But here you have given a great.
Yeah, I have already, mentioned and spoken the lines for you. So it has, completed the things, I think.
Thank you so much. From these days, I wish each and everyone happy Independence Day. Thank you so much for joining, Dr. Anuja Malik ji. We'll meet in other program. Thank you so much.
Thank you.